If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. The NFL world is buzzing tonight with one of the most shocking stories in recent memory, as reports emerge that two of the Cleveland Browns' key quarterbacks, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, have been suspended due to alleged doping violations. Sources close to the team hint at a months-long investigation, but the details that have leaked so far are enough to send shockwaves through the league and fans alike. Imagine the locker room right now. The energy that once felt electric, full of hope and excitement for the upcoming season, is suddenly charged with tension, uncertainty, and disbelief. Browns supporters who have followed Sanders' meteoric rise and Gabriel's promising trajectory are in utter disbelief, scrambling to make sense of how their franchise, which has invested so heavily in its young quarterback talent, could suddenly face such a crisis. The rumor mill is running wild, and while official statements remain cautious and limited, insiders hint at the complexity of the situation, suggesting that the suspensions are not merely precautionary, but the result of tangible evidence pointing to serious violations of the league's anti-doping policies. This scandal, if fully confirmed, could redefine not only the immediate season for Cleveland, but the careers of two players whose reputations were until now pristine, bringing questions about integrity, oversight, and the pressures on young athletes into sharp focus. Social media is exploding with speculation, with some fans defending the players fiercely, while others express frustration and a sense of betrayal, unsure if the team will recover from such a blow. Experts on league regulations are already weighing in, dissecting the potential implications for contracts, sponsorships, and team morale, while casual viewers are drawn in by the sheer drama and unpredictability of what is unfolding. Rumors are swirling that the timing of the announcement might have been influenced by internal disputes, legal maneuvering, or even strategic decisions by the NFL to control the narrative. The Browns front office is reportedly meeting in crisis mode, with executives and coaches strategizing how to stabilize the team, maintain public confidence, and navigate a path forward in a league that rarely forgives scandal without lasting repercussions. Meanwhile, analysts are already projecting the ripple effects on upcoming games, questioning whether backups can shoulder the immense pressure and wondering if this incident could reshape the quarterback landscape across the league. Every mention of Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel in headlines now carries a weight of suspicion and intrigue that only adds fuel to the ongoing storm. Inside the Browns organization, the mood is described as tense and unsettling, with sources indicating that both players have been barred from all team facilities pending further investigation. Staff members, from coaches to medical personnel, are reportedly grappling with the implications of the suspensions, trying to maintain focus while dealing with a media frenzy that shows no sign of slowing down. Rumors suggest that the substances in question might have been part of a controversial supplement regime, though the specifics remain unclear, fueling more speculation and debate among fans, pundits, and insiders. The locker room, which was once characterized by camaraderie and an unshakable belief in their young quarterback duo, now reportedly feels fragmented, with veteran players expressing concern about the impact on team dynamics and game preparation. The psychological effect of losing both starting quarterbacks simultaneously is immense, potentially affecting everything from practice intensity to morale, as players try to reconcile their trust in teammates with the public narrative of doping allegations. Social media platforms have become a virtual battleground, with factions forming around various theories, ranging from claims of innocence to accusations of systemic issues within the organization. Industry insiders hint at potential ripple effects beyond the team, suggesting that sponsors, partners, and even league officials are closely monitoring the situation to gauge public reaction and anticipate fallout. The speculation is further heightened by timing. Some suggest the suspensions were announced strategically, possibly coinciding with a lull in the season schedule to minimize immediate disruption, while others argue it's a calculated move to dominate headlines. Analysts are dissecting every angle, from contract clauses that might be triggered to the potential for appeals and legal challenges, painting a picture of a situation that is as complex legally as it is emotionally charged for the players, staff, and fans. The Browns' next moves, from official statements to roster adjustments, are being scrutinized in real time, with insiders hinting that every decision will carry weight, potentially altering the franchise's trajectory for the foreseeable future. Meanwhile, the players' reputations hang in the balance, with long-term implications for endorsement deals, public perception, and their own sense of identity within the sport. Fans are left navigating a mix of outrage, empathy, and confusion as rumors continue to swirl and official confirmations remain elusive, creating a storm of narrative and conjecture that shows no signs of abating. Sources close to the league hint that the NFL's anti-doping investigators have been tracking the situation for several months, a revelation that has sent shockwaves through the broader football community. If the suspensions are indeed the result of confirmed violations, it represents a stark reminder of the league's ongoing efforts to maintain competitive integrity while also highlighting the pressures athletes face to perform at the highest level. Analysts suggest that the involvement of two high-profile quarterbacks from a single franchise in such a scandal is unprecedented, amplifying the drama and raising uncomfortable questions about oversight, team culture, and player accountability. Rumors circulating among sports journalists point to internal memos and confidential briefings, which reportedly indicate that the league possesses substantial evidence, though the precise nature of the violation, whether it involves performance-enhancing substances, banned supplements, or other restricted compounds, remains classified. Fans are responding with a mixture of disbelief and outrage, flooding forums, comment sections, and social media channels with debates, speculative threads, and conflicting narratives, further fueling the sense of chaos surrounding the Browns. Coaches are reportedly in emergency sessions, trying to restructure practice plans, redistribute responsibilities, and manage the media pressure that has now become a daily reality, all while attempting to keep team morale intact. The Browns front office is understood to be consulting legal teams, public relations specialists, and league officials, crafting statements and contingency plans that balance transparency with strategic communication. Observers are questioning whether this scandal will create a long-term cultural shift within the organization, prompting internal reviews, stricter policies, and possibly influencing how future talent is scouted and integrated. Meanwhile, betting lines, fantasy football projections, and game predictions are being recalibrated in real time, reflecting the broader economic and professional impact of the suspensions. Even casual observers are intrigued, captivated by the unfolding drama, and the story has quickly transcended Cleveland, drawing attention from national sports media, international outlets, and global fans of American football who are following the saga as it develops with bated breath. The implications extend far beyond a single team, touching on the ethics, pressures, and accountability mechanisms that underpin professional sports in the modern era, highlighting the stakes and consequences when young talent faces extraordinary scrutiny under a public microscope. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Speculation about how this scandal will affect the Browns season is intense, with insiders suggesting that the ripple effects could extend far beyond the immediate absence of Sanders and Gabriel. Backup quarterbacks are suddenly thrust into the spotlight, with coaches scrambling to evaluate readiness, chemistry with the offensive line, and the mental resilience required to lead a franchise under such intense scrutiny. Rumors circulating in sports circles suggest that the team may consider emergency trades or practice squad promotions to shore up the quarterback depth, signaling a season of improvisation and high-stakes decision-making. Analysts are pointing to the psychological strain on both players and coaches, noting that the uncertainty surrounding the investigation adds an extra layer of complexity to every game plan, practice session, and team meeting. Fans are debating fiercely online, weighing loyalty to the players against the principle of fair play, and the narrative is being shaped by conflicting reports, leaks, and conjecture, with no official confirmation of the substances involved or the exact duration of the suspensions. Industry experts speculate that the scandal could trigger contract renegotiations, insurance claims, and potential legal challenges, further entangling the Browns in a web of financial, legal, and reputational consequences. The media has framed the story as a dramatic fall from grace, with both quarterbacks previously hailed as franchise saviors, and the contrast between expectation and current reality is fueling discussion, debate, and even conspiracy theories. Behind the scenes, team executives are reportedly conducting damage control, meeting with league representatives, sponsors, and player agents to manage messaging, maintain operational stability, and anticipate the fallout in both the short and long term. The Browns brand, historically resilient but sensitive to public perception, is under unprecedented scrutiny, with every statement, action, and rumor amplified by the internet and 24-hour news cycles. Even casual fans are now drawn into the narrative, reflecting on broader themes of ethics, competition, and the pressures faced by young athletes in a hyper-competitive professional environment. The story, though officially unconfirmed in some details, has already reshaped perceptions of the franchise, making the Browns a focal point for sports discourse nationwide. While the official statements from the Browns have been limited, internal leaks suggest that the team is treating the situation with utmost seriousness, convening crisis management teams, and consulting extensively with legal and compliance advisors. Sources indicate that the suspended players are cooperating with the league's investigation, though the atmosphere is described as tense, with conflicting emotions ranging from fear to frustration to disbelief. Some insiders hint at a divide within the locker room, with veteran players reportedly struggling to reconcile loyalty to their teammates with adherence to team and league standards, while younger players grapple with uncertainty about how their roles and responsibilities may shift in the coming weeks. The coaching staff is working overtime to reconfigure practice schedules, review playbooks, and ensure that morale and focus remain intact, even as external scrutiny intensifies. Analysts are highlighting the unprecedented nature of suspending two starting quarterbacks from the same team simultaneously, suggesting that the impact could extend beyond game strategy to marketing, sponsorship visibility, and even fan engagement levels. Rumors circulating online speculate about potential longer-term sanctions, with the league's precedent in similar cases hinting that penalties could include multi-game suspensions, fines, and mandatory educational programs, although exact outcomes remain pending the final investigation. Sports psychologists are reportedly being consulted to support players' mental health, acknowledging the immense pressure and stress that comes with public scandal, professional uncertainty, and disrupted routines. Media coverage is relentless, with headlines, opinion pieces, and hot takes flooding social media, further complicating the team's narrative management. Meanwhile, fan forums and online communities are ablaze with speculation, defense campaigns, and heated debates, reflecting the deeply emotional and polarized response that scandals of this magnitude tend to evoke. Within the Browns organization, every decision, from press statements to roster adjustments, is being weighed carefully, as the implications of this doping scandal continue to ripple outward, threatening to alter perceptions, dynamics, and outcomes for the season in ways few could have anticipated. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!